Hey, and welcome to Brick Nerds. This is our first ever bonus episode. And man, do I have a lot to say today. Well, first, I'm going to kick it off with a Merry Christmas to everyone and a Happy New Year. So, as I said last time, this episode will be about Legoland on my trip there. And also about one of my Christmas presents that I got. So, in the Legoland Park, at least in California, there's different sections. And the first section in California is called The Beginning. And the first thing on the left is the big shop. It is huge and has just about every Lego set. But plus, there are tons of merchandise. And the funny thing is, I Googled it about a month ago, and I could not find any Lego merchandise. No t-shirts, nothing. Went to Legoland. They had tons. Then, when I got back home, I looked up Lego merchandise or Lego t-shirts, and I found lots and lots and lots. My favorite was one that said, Lego is not a toy. It's a highly sophisticated interlocking brick system. So that was funny. And then there was a Lego Movie World experience, and that was amazing. It had everything that was in the Lego Movie too. I got to see Apocalypseburg, the one that they actually used in the movie. I got to see the Sistar system with the giant wedding cake and the sister's room. And it was like in the basement also. I got to see the basement where the dad / Will Ferrell hangs out and has his little desk with all those bricks and stuff on it. And I also got to see the Rex Celsior, so that was cool. And then so at Legoland, you can stay the night there in one of the Lego hotels. So there's the classic Lego hotel, and then there is the Castle Lego hotel, which it sounds like a no-brainer. You'd want to stay in the themed Lego hotel, the Castle one. But I actually went inside the classic one, and they had the Artopia by Mark and Boone from Lego Masters. It was just in a case in the middle of the lobby, and it was super cool. They had like a brick pit instead of a ball pit, and man, I would not want to go in there. That would probably hurt a lot. And so, yeah. The Lego hotels, both of them, are ginormous. They're just huge. It looks like 2 hotels in one. So you should go on the submarine touring in a huge water tank where you will see real sharks, stingrays, and small fish. But I did not. Yeah, I went inside one of them, and it was like a big water tank, and underneath there's these little like bubble windows. There was I could not believe that there was a black tip reef shark swimming right next to us. It was super cool. If you go there, you have to go on that. In Funtown, there's a driving school where ages 6 through 13 can participate in it and get a driver's license. So I was super excited to get my Lego driver's license because I already have a Lego passport. And unfortunately, Funtown was closed. Driving school was closed. They had a lot of stuff closed on the day I went, so that was a bummer. So I'm gonna rate that part of it like a 2 out of 5 maybe. And so I forgot to mention this, but in the big shop, they also have the exclusive Legoland set, which is a Lego set that looks just like the Legoland. And that's super cool. Um, they also have a Lego Ninjago world. I'm not really into Lego Ninjago, but I mean that's a big part of Lego. So, the next thing is at Legoland they have Miniland USA, which was one of my favorite things. They also it was just amazing. They had buildings from New York, Vegas, LA, San Francisco, San Diego. They had the Golden Gate Bridge, the Empire State Building. They had a marching band in front of the White House where Marine One was parked, and it was recorded music, but the people were moving around, and it wasn't like minifigures. It was brick people. It was super cool. They have an adventure world, which is kind of like Indiana Jones, in my opinion. So, I didn't really get to check that out, but yeah. So there's definitely a lot to do in Legoland. I rate Legoland 4 out of 5 stars. They also have these granny apple fries, which are supposed to be their signature treat there. So you should get those. In my opinion, they weren't too good, but they weren't bad. So, yeah. Legoland, you need to go there. Any Lego fan, even if you're not a Lego fan, I still think that experience would be pretty cool. So now there are a lot of things to do around Legoland. Legoland is located in Carlsbad, California. South of Carlsbad is La Jolla Cove, which is super cool because there's a bunch of sea lions and you can just watch them. I got really close to some. There was even just this giant fat one just snoozing, right where people walked in and stuff. It was super cool. They were barking and stuff. It was an amazing experience. There's also San Diego, is an hour south of Carlsbad. Not far from Carlsbad is Palm Springs, and in Palm Springs is San Jacinto, Mount San Jacinto. That I got to hike on that. I got to 9,500 elevation feet. So that was cool. And there's a tramway, Palm Springs Tramway, takes you up to 8,500 feet. There's no way in one day that someone could hike from the bottom of it all the way to the top of the peak. So, in my opinion, what the best thing about Legoland Hotel was the Lego Masters Mark and Boone's final build, Artopia, was displayed there, like I said, in the hotel lobby. That was super cool. And so, I loved Legoland. Overall, I would rate it 4.999 repeated out of 5. It was really good. Loved the experience. Okay, so I also said that I'd talk about one of my Christmas presents that I got. Well, not to brag, but I did get the Lego typewriter. And I got it built, I started working on it for less than an hour one day, and then the next day I got it done. So, but that does not mean that it wasn't a challenging build. It was an amazing build, actually. I will say, though, that if Lego was already pre-built, I probably would not like it. I just want it. I think that there is definitely, I like playing with it, but I do think that there is very much something about building it. Seeing your own creation at work. Being I built that. I made that. That was all me. And not just being I got it. So cool, now I can do something with it. But it's way more fun, in my opinion anyway, to see the work that you accomplish. There's nothing more satisfying to me than seeing my work accomplished. That is why I like Lego so much, probably. And yeah. So the typewriter, every key works except for the space bar, the shift key, the shift lock, and the backspace. Otherwise, everything works, and the roller thing that you put in the paper, it moves over, and then you can like slide it back so that you can keep typing on it, and so that is super cool. I love the functions of it. Never had a better build. I've never liked building something so much. I watched the one time that I watched a review video on it. It did say, "Stop what you're doing right now." Before it even talked about it, it said, "Stop what you're doing right now and go buy the Lego typewriter." And I was like, well, that's exactly what I would like to do. That's why I'm watching this video. And so I was impressed by the typewriter just in the video, and let alone it in person is even more amazing. I think that if there's any Lego set that you could get, that you should get used or pre-bought, it is the Lego typewriter, because it already retired, or it will have officially by December 31st. It's currently out of stock, so you can't get it off Lego anymore. I suggest you get it at Scheels, because I've seen it there almost every time I've gone there. Or I also would say Bricklink. That you have to get this set. Don't just take my word for it. Well, I take that back. Do take my word for it, because the typewriter is just that good. And if not, if you don't want to get it, just come over to my house, and I'd be willing to give you the grand tour, VIP tour. Yeah. So I also did get two sets off my bucket list. I got the mobile crane. It is gigantic. The hook it raises up to like over 2 feet with the extension and stuff, but still. And I did also get the Seaside Harbor, with the cargo ship. So I now have every form of cargo transportation available: the freight train, and the semi, and the cargo ship. So that's good. Honestly, I love all three sets that I got. I also did get the Lego picture frame for Christmas. I think that was pretty cool. There's a lot going on in it, though. But, yeah, I'm probably going to put in a picture from Legoland there. Okay, so back to Palm Springs in California. After going on that tramway, as soon as I got off the mountain, I had a wonderful idea. And the Grinch is supposed to be. The Grinch had an idea. He had a wonderful idea. He had a wonderful, awful idea. But I'm going to say wonderful, wonderful idea. And so after getting off that tramway, I was like, this would be a really cool Lego set. What if there was a Lego tramway? So I think that it'd be cool to make like one face of a mountain going up, and then two buildings for where you get on the tramway to go up, and where you get off at the tramway. And I just think that'd be a really cool set. So there will be a poll in the link or in the description below. I would love for you to say whether that would be a good idea or not. Yeah, and to wrap this up, I got this book that I've been wanting for a while called The Art of the Minifigure. So I'm going to study up on that, and then I'll know everything about minifigures. I also wanted just to say I apologize I haven't been keeping up on the podcast as much, but I've just been like, I was supposed to do a podcast when I got back from Thanksgiving break from California. I was really busy, and I know that there's no excuses, but I really just want to apologize, and I think I'm going to do one on New Year's Eve at like midnight probably, and I just want to tell you guys that I'm going to keep with it, going to keep up, and I think I'm going to try to maybe do one. It'd be probably really bad quality because we'd have to do it over the phone, but with my friend in Thailand, because he likes Lego a lot, and it'd be cool to do like one that's cross-country, international podcast. So, but it would probably be really bad quality since we'd have to be over the phone, and yeah. So, I just want to wish you guys Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, drive safe, and may the brick nerds be with you.